Hey guys, what's up? KLN here and welcome back to another video on the channel. As you guys can see, we are an ultimate team and we have completed the SPC of the Belgian centre mid from Manchester City, Kevin De Bruyne. He comes in at a whopping 2 million points, but I love De Bruyne in real life even though I'm a Liverpool supporter. This guy is just absolutely insane. So I made sure to go ahead and get this SPC done. So without any further ado, I'll talk more about the card at the end of the video. Let's jump straight into the gameplay highlights with Flashback, Kevin De Bruyne, and starting off with an absolute rocket from outside the box. No power shot playstyle, no power shot playstyle needed either. Just get the ball with him, shoot, and he really puts his laces through that and rifles that home into the top corner. Phenomenal finish from him there. Here, just using the pinged pass plus playstyle, gets it into Zidane, and from there on, after he makes that run forward after receiving the pass from Maicon, gets that into Harry Wilson, and this will count as the first assist of this video. Don't worry, there will be many more to come. So, on to game number 2 here. Zidane gets it into Kevin De Bruyne. He finds Harry Wilson. I could have and probably should have played De Bruyne through there. Doesn't matter because De Bruyne himself is going to send that through for Zidane, who just has an empty net because this guy has moved his goalkeeper. So, 2 games in so far, and we are 1 goal and 2 assists down with De Bruyne. Here, it's a good tackle from him to win back possession, just testing out how he feels on the ball, and he can really keep the ball close to him. He pings that pass into Harry Wilson, and 2 seconds later, he moves it on to Sancho, who scores, but all that possible because of the defensive work from De Bruyne in the midfield position to win back possession. Gets that pass out into his man, and we do end up scoring. That's a beautiful pass from him in the background, by the way. Perfectly weighted through ball. Mo Salah in that position, you expect him to score, and he does. Here, Guendouzi gets it into De Bruyne, and again, just look at the ball control on this card. Keeps it very close to his body. 2 passes later, Salah tucks away the chance yet again. But brilliant from Kevin De Bruyne. This guy's had enough. He pauses, and he does end up quitting. So moving on to game number 3 then. Zidane gets that pass into Wilson, who finds De Bruyne. And this pass right here to find Sancho is phenomenal. I was hoping to find Zidane with it. Didn't work out. But Sancho retains possession. He finds Guendouzi, who finds De Bruyne. And just look at this burst of speed here to get into the box. And he fires that into the near post. Phenomenal finish after a beautiful pass to find Jadon Sancho. And we do make it 2-0 in this game. Here Varane comes in with the interception. Guendouzi gets that into Mo Salah, and another perfect pass in behind. Here's Harry Wilson, who dinks it over the goalkeeper and scores a phenomenal goal. But a beautiful pass from Kevin De Bruyne. This guy's had enough. He pauses, and he also ends up quitting. So that's basically qualifiers done and dusted. This game was all about me just having fun with De Bruyne and trying him out in a different position, which is the cam position. So here he gets the ball away from 1, 2, 3, 4. It's brilliant. It's absolutely phenomenal. He just passes it into the back of the net on the 5-star weak foot in the end. It's a brilliant goal. And here he gets the pass from Guendouzi, drills that at Wilson, a 1-2 between himself and Salah, and he then finds the back of the net. In all honesty, this card is just absolutely phenomenal. Beautiful pass yet again from him in the cam position to find Jadon Sancho. And unfortunately, nothing really comes of that chance. But from the throw-in, Maicon gets it into Zidane, finds Kevin De Bruyne, drills it at Harry Wilson again, takes a touch to cut inside, and then finesses it beautifully into the back of the net to get De Bruyne yet another assist. But to cap off the goals, if I'm not mistaken, in this video, takes a touch here, goes for goal, and that is an absolute rocket from Kevin De Bruyne. No saving that. And with that being said, it is time now to review the card. So guys, you can see this is the formation that I have him in at the moment, in the cam position as a playmaker. Do I think this is his best position? Well, I will let you know at the end of the video. He has 4-star skills and a 5-star weak foot, and he does in 4 games have 4 goals and 5 assists, which mainly from centre mid is absolutely ridiculously insane in my opinion. So in all honesty, to have that goal return from centre mid is phenomenal. Now, I did also try him out in the cam position in the last game. I will let you know what I think the best position for this guy is at the end of the video. So, all in all, when it comes down to the price, it is fluctuating a lot. you can basically do this guy or Gareth Bale. Doing both is a huge stretch because that's basically like 4.5 million coins worth of SPCs. But in my opinion, you can do one or the other. So I think you should do this guy instead of Bale. Well, I'll get to that. So, when it comes down to the attribute details, I think the pace is ridiculous. It does need a boost, definitely. Do I think you should give him a shadow or a hunter? Well, I got Kevin De Bruyne to be my attacking midfielder, to get onto the ball and to go forward and make things happen for me, which is why I've given him the hunter chem style. I want him to tuck away those chances on the left foot and right foot when he gets into the box, which is why, like I said, I gone for the hunter chem style. But if you're using him as a box-to-box, then maybe an anchor or a shadow chem style would be the way to go with this card, just to boost the defending and physical as much as possible. But the pace does definitely need a boost, especially if you're going to be dribbling around with him, running around with him as much as possible. He is going to need that speed boost. With the speed boost, I do think it's pretty good. I think he deserves an 8.8 out of 10. He feels very quick on the ball. Even without the speed boost, actually, there are some situations where he can just run away from players, but giving the speed a little boost with the chem style does go a long way, and you can feel it in game. Shooting is just brilliant. Left foot, right foot, shoot. This guy will score from inside the box, outside the box. It does not matter. This guy is absolutely phenomenal, and he takes basically every single chance he gets. Shooting is brilliant. I think he deserves a 9.4 out of 10. Passing, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The long passing and the short passing on this card is world class. It is simply next level, which is the reason why I've gotten Kevin De Bruyne. A lot of people have skipped this SPC because I've gotten a free Zidane, and I completely understand. But I wanted someone in my team that I know I can give him the ball and press triangle or X or whatever the button is on Xbox for through ball and pass. But I know I can press those buttons and he will find somebody, anybody, in an attacking position, and he does exactly that. A few times with this De Bruyne card, I didn't even look to see where my players were. I just got the ball with him and made a driven pass or made a through ball, and he found somebody. For example, a situation where I was running on the counter attack, he was in the right mid position, he made that pass in Sancho's direction, and Zidane let it run. Had Zidane taken the touch, we were in the box, he could have shot and he could have scored. Another situation would have been a driven pass forward into Harry Wilson. I had no idea if Wilson was onside or not. I just hoped he was, and I made the pass, and De Bruyne was able to execute that perfectly. So in my opinion, you need someone like that. The passing on this card is next level, and that's essentially my entire reasoning behind doing this Kevin De Bruyne card. I wanted someone who could make any pass regardless of where it was going or to who it was played to, and he can do exactly that. So passing, I think, is brilliant. I think he deserves a 9.8 out of 10. It's crazy. Dribbling is pretty good. He does keep the ball very close to his body, and he can wriggle out of tight situations because of the 97 reactions and 97 ball control. All in all, I think dribbling does deserve a 9.3 out of 10. He will not always feel the quickest on the ball because of the agility and balance, but who really cares? It's De Bruyne. You get him to pass the ball, and as an added bonus, the dribbling is just phenomenal. Defending on the card is solid. I think he deserves an 8 out of 10. It's nothing special, but he can put in a tackle. He can track back and win the ball back when he needs to. And the physical on the card is pretty solid. He does last the full 90. He doesn't really tend to get tired. And in running past players, he is able to hold his balance, hold his ground, and run past them. So, when it comes down to the playstyles, you guys had a look, and you guys also had a look at the roles. In my opinion, the best position to play this guy, depending on the rest of your team, is, well, I decided to use Zidane as a box-to-box and De Bruyne as the playmaker because of his passing ability. If you have someone, let's say, like Lionel Messi at cam, then obviously you can't play Messi as a box-to-box, so you play De Bruyne as a box-to-box. So all in all, I think you can play as a box-to-box or a playmaker, but I do really recommend this guy in the cam position with the playmaker role. I think that is the best position you can play this card in, and it's warranted, alright, because he's over 2 million coins. It's very expensive. He's the most expensive SPC I have ever done, if I'm not mistaken, and you want to be going forward and having fun with him and scoring goals with him, so that's why I recommend having this De Bruyne card in the cam position. Why have I done him instead of Bale? Well, I wanted someone in the team where I know I can make any pass with him, whereas with the attackers, you can kind of, sort of, just get any attacker and hope that they can do a good enough job. But with someone in the midfield, I feel like your midfielders kind of stay the same, right? They're not really going to change or prioritize. Well, obviously they do hold very high priority in the team, but my point is that you're not going to go and try new midfielders. You get a midfielder, you want him for your team, you get him in your team, and you keep him in your team for quite a while before you end up changing up your midfield. So, in my opinion, I just feel like the attack is more volatile. You are going to change that a lot more than your midfield, which is why I decided to go and get a very expensive midfielder to toss into my midfield. And with all the attacking evos that's out, I could go ahead and get someone that would not be as good as Bale, but for someone being completely cheap, for example, would still be absolutely insane. So all in all, do I think Mr. Bruyne is worth the price? I do. I really, really do. I think he's absolutely brilliant. I do 100% recommend him for your team. I think he's phenomenal. I think he can do a really good job in centre mid and in the cam position. And if you want a midfielder, this is your guy. This really, really is your guy. He might seem expensive, he might seem overpriced. He's not. He really isn't, trust me. He is completely worth every single bit of fodder that you will put into his SPC. So, with that being said, I do bring an end to this video. But before I do that, actually, I forgot to mention best camp style for the card would definitely be the Hunter if you are playing him at that camp position. But as I was saying, I do bring an end to this video. If you liked it, smash a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until then, guys, stay tuned for the next one. Peace.